Mr. DNG. Welcome.
Asante sana.
DNG ukaenda pale ukaacha muziki. Kwani mambo ikaenda namna gani bana?
Buda, wacha nikwambie bana, muziki ndio nimeachilia kiasi in terms of moving on to greener pastures or to greater heights. Lakini sanaa haitokangi kwa damu. Sanaa iko kwa damu milele bana. Kenya's #1 hype man, top shutter, bad man, Mr. E to the N to the G, live mambo ni vula inakwambia riba.
Hapo sasa.
Yo. Hata pale nikiwa kwa ground, nikiwa bunge ya Nairobi County Assembly, ni kuchachisha boss. Na kuhakikisha wananchi wamefurahi, wananchi wamechangamka na wamepata Kenya wanataka.
Na ni msukumo upi huu ambao uliweza kufanya ukatoka kwa hii ambao talanta ambao unaipenda zaidi, unaienzi, na ukaanza jaribu kuwakilisha wananchi na kuweza kuwapatia yale ambao labda wanatamania sana kutoka kwa viongozi?
Kwanza ni COVID bana. COVID ilikuja kanitandika. Mimi nilikuwa nina prosper.
Wewe unakupenda bana.
Si la kupenda. Wacha nikwambie, mimi nilikuwa nafanya shughuli yangu. I was on radio. At that time I was on.
But you were doing well.
I was doing very well. Very capital. Bold. You know what I mean? So I was on 1FM. I was doing a breakfast show called 1FM Breakfast. I was on Switch TV doing Happy Hour with Shafi and DJ Kalonji.
Those are big names, man.
Bana, nilikuwa nafanya na kampuni yangu inaitwa 254 Entertainment. We are doing experiential marketing, event management in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. Very successful run, and COVID ikakama, manze, COVID ikadestabilize game.
Everything was grounded.
Bana, kwanza ma corporates wakisikia ati dunia inakamkuisha, wakapanic, kila mtu akafinya break kwa kutumia chapa juu.
The economy got into a recession.
So first thing is I lost my contract on 1FM. 1FM iliuzwa. Actually, 1FM iliuziwa NRG Radio. Right? And then Switch TV kwanza tukaambiwa kwanza tupige pause kidogo, then tukate mshahara, then ultimately Switch TV kauzwa. Then pia kwa agency yangu 254 Entertainment, my clients wakasema, manzei, mambo experiential saa tuwezi fanya. We are not sure and certain about the future.
We give a pause a little while first.
Then Uhuru wakafunga inchi. So me was doing activations in bars, in malls, road shows and stuff like that. Tukaekewa curfew. So wezi fanya shughuli, wezi fanya my events. So in fact what led me into politics first was activism, because venye Uhuru Kenyatta alifunga inchi, we began to agitate. Tukashikana kama players in entertainment, music, film, media, sports, tourism. We came together, hotel and that hotel and beverage sector, F&B sector. And then we said, bana, if we don't do something about this curfew thing, everybody's going to lose jobs, because barmen had been sent home, mixologists, bouncers, waiters.
Very true.
Very true. Anyone saw sakazi, even those in the ecosystem around the clubs and restaurants, guys like Wasoanduthi, Wasoan Delivery, zile makao ziko karibu na bezi ya nyama, baba shops, unaona. Ikakuwa ni blanda. So we formed a campaign called Unlock Our Country. It was a movement, and I was the vice chair. And then we did One Voice, One People, and we pushed the government.
You went on for a protest?
Any protest online. Online.
It was an online
so we did.
Protest,
we had 51,000 tweets in 3 days. We did press conferences. We did statements online. We did media tour as well. Went to different stations, pushing the regime at the time to rethink this curfew story. And you know what? Kenyatta alifikiria sana, akasema wacha basi tuweze kulegeza kidogo. So bars were able to open, clubs were able to open, so people got their jobs back.
People were told now to go to those clubs with masks, wearing their masks. They observe, they sanitize.
Hizo vitu. Nakumbuka hizo vitu za hand washing, sabuni.
Some of those sanitizer things, we never see them in the hospitals. We never used to pay even attention to them now.
Sasa ni normal man. So after that, people saw that I've done a good job in terms of representation, and wakaanza kuni challenge. Man, wewe ungetaka kuingia kwa hii kitu ya politics? I had no interest.
It never even crossed your mind at any point.
And you know what? I've been doing campaigns for politicians since 2007. I've done a campaign for Kibaki in 2007. I did a campaign for Uhuru in 2013 under TNA. I was the MC for Dunda na Uhuru across the country.
Yes.
Presidential campaign, and then I did Okoa Kenya for the late Raila Amolo Odinga in 2007. Okoa Kenya was another like mandamano.
Yeah, it was a
mandamano
thing. I can't remember. It was a big thing,
supporting,
and it also needed big names like you are.
Yes, yeah. Machinery, activation van, nini.
Okay.
So I've been in that space, but as a supplier, as a service provider, booking talent, booking artists, MCs, DJs, dancers, activators, but I'd not had any interest to mimi ati kusimama. So watu wakanichocha, then I was like, kwanza there's nothing
ingia hapa.
Sasa hiyo sasa kazi yangu zimekatika nini, so like, you know what, let me start thinking about these things. Why not? So I said, now doing research in terms of what does it take, what is this thing of elections, what is does the Election Act mean, what is required of me.
I think you started at the right place.
Yes, from ground zero.
So many people don't do that. The benchmarking and actually knowing that I'm here and this is my technical know-how, which is zero. Now I start building on that fast before I go to the people.
And then I also consulted several people. I remember meeting Jaguar, who had been MP, who was MP then for Starehe.
Yeah, your colleague now in music.
Yes. I remember meeting KJ again from Entertainment, who had been a client. Like I'd supported KJ with these campaigns twice.
Yeah.
2 elections in Dagoretti.
KJ, the infamous AI.
So I consulted him. I consulted Mweke, Jonathan Mweke, who was the former deputy governor of Nairobi during Keidero's regime. He's currently the PS for livestock in this government. And I remember even meeting Winnie Odinga. She sent me to meet Musungu Ben, who is the director of youth in ODM. So I met different people just to hear what they have to say. And then KJ called me and is like, man, we have a by-election in Kiambaa.
Will you want to come?
Bana unadu nini weekend? I'm like, niko free, sina kazi, niko tamta. He's like, no,
contracts zilisha zote mimi niko tu.
Nimekatika bana, niko jobless. So KJ kaniambia, come and see what we are about. That time UDA had just been formed. This was the first by-election. They had no elected anything, no MCA, no MP, no governor, nothing. So I went to Kiambaa. I looked at how they had set up the thing. It was exciting and appealing to me because it was a youthful formation. It was fresh, it was vibrant. So I got on that roadshow track. Mi nikapiga show hapo, nikapiga mangoma. We supported the candidate for UDA called Kawanjiko.
And you have a very strong youth appeal.
Nikiingia pale manze na warobasi wa Kiambaa huko ni ngori mtu wangu. Tuli have fun and it was dope. I met the president's son, Nico, and the team. Kina Itumbi, and I was like, this is a very interesting thing. So I remember Itumbi asking me, wewe unataka kuwa msanii kwa hii campaign ama unasimama? And nikamwambia mimi nataka kusimama.
Now you are so specific now.
Specific because I'd done my research and I'd done a SWOT analysis. I'd done an evaluation of what it needs to take, and I felt that I have what it takes to.
You also benchmarked on what the electorate in the region you wanted.